Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. Today we're going to take an unbiased look at the Desert Precision Gunworks DPX Rimx modification. Now, I know that was an alphabet soup coming out, but what it is a modification to the Rimx bolt head that basically takes it from the fixed extractor to a CZ style extraction system, which will enable you to do single round feeding and more importantly will eliminate the possibility of the old dreaded push feed on the Rimx action. Now, just so we don't get ultra confusing on this, what I mean by push feed is that the Rimx original bolt head would just have a pusher on one side and a fixed extractor. So what has to happen there is the round has to come out of the magazine and go directly into the bolt face, and then that has to go into the chamber. Well, sometimes when the mag isn't adjusting right, or things just happen, what happens is this would get in front of that fixed extractor, and in which case that is not going to chamber. Well, it will go in the chamber, but when you try and close that bolt on it, it will break that extractor. So the only thing you can do is back this guy up, take a pick or something, knock this round out, and then start over again. So essentially what you can't do is single round feed in a traditional Rimx bolt head. So these are obviously CZ style extractors from Kenny, and what they allow you to do is to feed a single round. This is on safe, don't worry, and then you have no problems. Now, to get this done on a Rimx, it does require you to have extractor cuts cut in the barrel. So I do want to say right off the bat that Kenny did send me this barrel, and this bolt head actually sent my action and stuff to him, let him spin up the barrel. We will circle back on another video and do specifically just some barrel testing and more information on this, like who would want to do it, why would you want to do it, how much is it going to cost you, and who should I get it done. We'll answer all that, but first let's go outside where we do a lot of reliability testing with this, a lot of shooting. We do some initial preliminary testing on the barrel just to see what it's going to like. Now keep in mind the wind was terrible. I was prepping to get ready for a match for our Rimfire DMR finale. That was yesterday, and time was tight and I had to film this when I could. So it was raining or 10 to 15 mile an hour. Had to pick one, so I picked 10 to 15 mile an hour. So keep that in mind, and yeah, let's just see how it performs and come back. All right, so first up, this is the Voodoo Mag. This shouldn't, by all accounts, work, but we're gonna try this on the KYL. Obviously, the weather's gonna be a factor. Let's see what we can do. Like the Mod X or any Rimx with a Voodoo Mag, the feed lips are higher, so there's more resistance to pulling this back and cycling it. Looks like I was a little low on one of those. A lot of wind. So we'll go back to the Elite here, and then we'll shoot some more out of these. We're testing things. Like I said, this isn't scripted. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm simply grabbing mags that I have for 700s, and a lot of these are Voodoo mags. They're not even meant to work in this. Just trying to see how versatile it is, just like we did with the MCR. Okay, that feels normal. Stack that one. All right, I'd say if anything, it's a 10th height. We're going to come down. Let's see what we can do with wind. Figure this out. That one might have been a hair low. Okay. Oh, a squirrel. Probably can't see it. Oh, just off the right edge. I don't know what he just like, he doesn't seem to care. Oh, that was exactly where I held at 100 yards. All right, let's go back to Rimx. So far, this thing has extracted, ejected. It's done everything it should do. Said we're not even using the mags we're supposed to be using. We'll switch probably primarily to Rimx now. Oh, I nicked it, but it was off the right edge. There we go. Everything's working really, really well. Let's go to the bigger one. Let's see if we can run it kind of fast until we run out of ammo. Kind of holding left. Doesn't seem, oh, we're out. Yeah, it's running really, really well. Let you guys see this up close. I'm just gonna push this in. See how easy that was. The wind is crazy. I mean, it feeds really, really well. All right, Lapua long range. Wind. Freaking wind, I felt it come in. Just took that second one for a freaking ride. Rest of them were right there too. Didn't catch the wind right. Come on. Whew. Had to speed shoot that to keep it in the wind. Oh, RWS special match. These first one, I'm gonna drop all the way down because these are kind of gonna be a fouler. That's pretty good. Let's jump up. Keep this out of the wind. Oh, wind's coming in. Back down. It's pretty good. Whew. Alrighty then. Rifle match wants to shoot. We're gonna come up a couple tents. Pretty good. Last 10 rounds of Lapua. pretty good. All right, so after watching that, you can tell this thing performed really well. It fed, extracted, ejected, everything just fine. I didn't have any issues with it. It's a good running system, and I used that with a Rimx mag with a Hazen shield extension. We used it with a Rimx mag with a Rimx extension, a Voodoo mag with a Hazen shield extension, and the L3i Elite mag. Same mags and stuff that we ran when we did the Mod X. Now, having said that, I know that you guys are going to ask me, so I'm just going to address it head on, because I know you guys are sitting there waiting to type in the comments, well, which one should I get, MCR or DPG? Well, to be fair, DPG is only offering this to existing Rimx customers right now. I'm sure he's going to open that back up. But as far as which one is better, they both work really, really well. I tested them with the same magazines. Both of them were really reliable, and they're made by two very well-known gunsmiths. So I would say this to you, if you're looking at getting this done to your Rimx, then who do you like better? Is Kenny your favorite gunsmith? Then get it from Kenny. Is Jonathan Elrod your favorite gunsmith over at MCR? Then get it from Elrod. Both are really, really good. And, you know, it's just going to have to be a gut decision on who you want to go through to get it done. So branching away from that now, who should get something like this done? If you decided that, hey, I may be interested in getting it done, but how much is it really going to help me? Well, I think this is a really appropriate modification for guys who are competing at a high level with their Rimx. I say that because having a push feed or a failure like that on a stage can cost you a lot of points, and a lot of times at these high level matches, the winner is decided by 1 or 2 or 3 points. So every point matters, and this is going to be somewhat of cheap insurance for your Rimx. And I say somewhat because I think the DPG mod is somewhere around $500. Again, it's for existing customers only right now, but I'm sure he's going to open that up in the future. Now, a lot of people would probably look at that, well, they won't probably, they said it in the MCR Mod-X video, well, why not just buy a Voodoo? Well, you know, if you're on the fence between the two, you know, maybe that goes into consideration, but there's a lot of guys out there who really enjoy the Rimx's, who already own a Rimx, and just want to increase the reliability of the system. And for those guys, this is going to make a whole lot of sense. I don't even shoot my Rimx as much as my Voodoo, but regardless of whether or not I was a YouTuber right now, or if I knew any of these guys, I would be getting this done to my Rimx just because I have had a push feed happen to me. Actually, I took my Rimx to Nationals in 2023, and on like my third or fourth stage, I had a push feed. Now I was able to clear it really quickly because I was lucky, and it was a stage that wasn't really time demanding, but it could have really cost me. Now, it's not like I was going to win Nationals, but it might have knocked me back several positions. And for a lot of guys, that is going to be a complete killer for them using the Rimx action. So I think there are really great things about the Rimx action, from the magazines, from the precision action. The tolerances are very, very tight on them, and they're a really good feeling action, albeit different from the Voodoo 360, but they have their place. So I think this would make sense for those guys. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below if this is something that you would do to your Rimx. And rest assured, we will come back, like I said, and do another video just on the barrel. Obviously, from what I shot out there, this is going to favor RWS and Lapua ammunition, so I'm going to have to get my hands on a little bit more variety to do a proper accuracy test. But we will get it done, and more importantly, we won't do it in 10-mile-an-hour winds like we did in today's video. But I appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one.